So we will get started then today just with the warm-up. So I'm going to start off now with some marching. So you can do all of these movements either seated or standing, it's up to you. So I'll give a seated alternative for each exercise that we go through. So just marching on the spot. If you're seated, same thing, marching on the spot. Pumping the arms, lifting the legs, just keep going with this. Okay, and then moving into some bigger movements, so going into the star steps. If you're seated, just out and in, out and in, and same thing, standing out, reaching with your fingers as well. Reach and in, reach and in. Good, keep this going. And in, reach and in, and one more. Good, okay, back into the marching, so on the spot, pumping your arms, pumping your legs, seated or standing. Okay, and then just relax there. So just moving into some head and neck movement, looking from side to side, getting a stretch into the neck, into the shoulder as well. So over your shoulder and back to the middle each time, just nice and slowly. Okay, and then back to the centre, now going for some head drop. So you're dropping your ear now towards your shoulder, getting a stretch again down the neck. And then back to the middle, and then onto the other side, so ear towards the shoulder. And then back to the middle, and again, ear towards the shoulder. And middle, and to the other side. And back to the middle. Okay, and then last one for the head and neck, just going for some head rolls. So just rolling your head round in a circle. And then once you get to one side, going back, doing the same thing the other direction, letting your arms hang loosely. All the way around each time. Okay, then moving on to your hands and wrists, so just going for some grip strength. So starting with your palms facing up in front of you, and then just turning your palms up and down, keeping your elbows as still as you can, just the wrists moving. Good, so up and down. Keep going with this, elbows staying as still as you can, really try not to move them, just the wrists rotating. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, making a fist now, squeezing your hands, and then release, stretching the fingers. And again, squeezing the hands, and then release the fingers. And again, squeeze the hands, release the fingers, squeeze the hands, release the fingers, and one more, squeeze the hands, release the fingers. Good. Okay, now placing your hands on your thighs, either seated or standing, whichever one you want to go for. And then once they're on your lap, just lifting up your thumbs to start with, lifting your thumbs up as high as you can, and then back down again. And then your second finger coming up, holding, and then back down. And then your middle finger coming all the way up, holding, and back down. Keep going with this, aiming to lift your fingers. This one gets quite hard. And down. And then the pinky finger lifting up and down. And then same again, once more of these. So lifting the thumbs up as high as you can, keeping the rest of your hands flat on your lap. And then the next finger all the way up and down, middle finger up and down, second smallest coming up. You might find this one the hardest to move, and down, and then little finger up and down. Good. And then slightly bigger movements with the hands again, so making a fist, squeezing with your hands, gripping tightly, and then reaching all the way out to the side, so stretching with the fingers now. So make a fist, squeeze with your hands, and then out to the side, stretch the fingers. Good, seeing if you can bring your fingers up towards the ceiling, grip, and then stretch, 3 more of these. So make a grip, gripping tightly, squeeze, make a fist and release. Last 2, squeeze and release. Extend your arms all the way out. Last 1, squeeze and release. Good. Okay, and then lastly for the warm-up, you can do this standing or seated, going for some ankle strength now. So I will do this seated, starting just with some pointing and flexing of the toes. So just lifting your foot up, pulling your toes towards you, and then pointing them away. We'll go for about 10 on each side, so towards you and then away. Try and make sure your toes are staying in a straight line, they're not turning to the inside or outside. Pull them towards you and then away. Good. 2 more of these. And last one. Okay, and then same on the other side, so lifting the other foot up, pulling the toes towards you, and then pointing them away. 10 of these again. Good. So if you're standing as well, this is the same thing, just pointing and flexing. Five more. Good. Last one. Okay, and then relax there. So you can grab a drink here if you want one, and then we'll start off with the first round, so 45 seconds on each exercise that we're going to go through, and you need a chair and then a band or a towel or something long, a belt or a scarf or anything that you have got as well that you can use for just a few of the exercises. Okay. All right, so we will get started. The first exercise is going to be the step and fly. So for this one, you want your band or your scarf or whatever you're using for this. And this is going to be holding the band in front of you. If you're standing, the first version is stepping forwards, opening up your chest, squeezing the shoulder blade, then back to the center. So big step forwards each time, pull the band to open your chest. If you're seated, the same thing. So holding the band in front, step, so lean forwards, pull the band, and then with the other foot, pull the band. Okay, first 45 seconds, off we go. So step and fly. So each time you step, you're sort of reaching with your arms, so you're pulling them back, making that fly movement. Keep going, step and fly. Good. As you pull that band, really try and keep your arms straight, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Keep going. Another 10 seconds to go. Keep stepping and fly. And fly. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And relax there. So you can put the band down for the next one, or your towel down, whatever you're using. And the next one is involving the chair. So if you just make sure you've got a chair behind you, this is going to be the sit to stand. So if you are struggling to get up, just going as far as you can, keeping your hands on your thighs, and then just pushing up and coming back down again. If you can go the whole way, even better. You can take your time with this, but 45 seconds, coming up off your chair and back down again. Okay, starting in 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So sit to stands, coming up and down. Go at your own pace. You can go quickly if you want to, or just take your time. Good, really pushing through your heels as you come up each time. Breathing out, you can do it. Good, lots of power through those heels coming up, using as much as the lower body strength as you can. Last 15 seconds, keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, last 1, 2, 1. Well done, and relax there. Good. Okay, So 15 seconds in between each one. The next one is challenging the balance slightly more. This is going to be opposite arm to opposite leg. Each time, if you can, see if you can hold it for a second before coming down, then onto the other side. Hold if you can, and down. So a little bit of rotation in the body as well. And same thing if you're seated. So opposite arm to opposite leg, hand tapping the knee. Off we go for 45 seconds. Focusing on something in front of you to help you with the balance. Good, getting your knee up as high as you can. Lifting your foot off the floor. Good, keep this going. 15 seconds, keep challenging your balance. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax there. Okay, next one, moving on to fast feet, so focusing on a bit more agility work. Going back again to your band, or your belt or your scarf, and placing it just in front of you, so just in front of your feet, standing or seated. If you're standing, so leading with one leg at a time, once you get to halfway I'll let you know, and then we'll switch feet. And then fast feet, aiming to stay on your toes, so over the band and back, going as fast as you can, pumping your arms. And if you're seated, the same thing, pumping the arms, stepping over the band and back. See if you can stay on your toes for these. Okay, off we go. So I'll let you know once we're halfway. So starting off, I'll start with my right leg, right foot coming over, then the left to follow. Keep this up. Good, so one foot over, going at your own pace, so you can go quickly, keep moving. Keep going with that. Okay, last 5 seconds with this foot leading. 2 and 1. And now other foot leading for another 22 seconds. Keep going. So over the band and back. Pump the arms. Okay, last 10 seconds. See if you can speed this up. Hi Nick, welcome. We're just on the first round now. So just stepping over something in front of you. Last 3, 2, 1 and relax there. Good stuff, well done. Okay, so next exercise, you don't need any equipment, well, you don't need your band for this, you can move it out of the way again. This is going to be some lateral steps. So if you are standing, lateral steps as far as you can across. If you want to, you can turn it into a little bit of a jump or a hop as well. Stepping from side to side, challenging your balance a bit, transferring the weight from side to side. And if you are seated, the same thing, stepping out as far as you can and back in, and then to the other side, out and in. 45 seconds of these, off we go. So stepping across from side to side, just take your time, make it into a jump if you want to, or seated, keep standing, out and then in. Good, keep going. We're on our last 2 exercises for this round. Good, keep going with the lateral jumps or lateral steps. Last 15 seconds. As far across as you can, big step as you can, and as big a step as you can as well if you're seated. 2, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax there. Okay, last one we're going to go through. This is to challenge the balance a little bit more. So you can, if you're wobbling at all, then keep hold of something. This is going to be standing on one leg and then spelling the alphabet out with the other leg. So using the other foot to just draw letters in the air, just to throw you off balance a bit, challenge the balance. If you're wobbling, then keep hold of something while you do it as well, but still keep that foot moving. And if you're seated, the same thing, so with one foot off the floor, spelling out the alphabet. Okay, off we go. So 22 seconds on one leg and then we'll change to the other side. So keep trying to stay on that one leg, spelling out the alphabet. Don't worry if you have to put your foot down in between, That's fine, just reset and start again. Good, keep going. Last 5 seconds on this leg. 2, 1, good, and then relax there, and then same again on the other side, so using the other leg now, and let's stand on, and the other one to spell out the alphabet. Off we go, so last 22 seconds. Good, keep going, concentrate on something in front of you as well to help you with the balance. Last 7 seconds. Keep the leg moving. 2, 1, and relax there. Well done, good stuff. Okay, so that was round 1 completed. You can grab a drink here. We'll have a 45-second break in between, and then we'll go round once more through those same exercises. Okay, so another 30 seconds, and then we'll go back again to the first one. The first one was the step and fly. So this is where you want your long band again, or your belt, or your scarf, whichever you would like to use. And then each time stepping forwards, squeezing the shoulder blades, bring your arms in as you step back, and opening them up as you step forwards. And exactly the same thing seated, 1 foot at a time, stepping forwards, lean forwards, open up the band. Okay, first 45 seconds coming up, starting now. Off we go. Try and make it a really big step. Try and keep your arms straight. Good. As you squeeze. Doing well. Good, keep going. 1 step then the other, changing legs each time. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, big squeeze of the band, and stop there. Good, well done, and relax. Okay, so you can put the band down. Back to the sit to stand for the next one, so going at your own pace again, so sitting down and standing up off your chair, getting as far up as you can, going quickly if you can, slowly if you want to as well. Okay, 45 seconds, getting ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So last round of these, all the way up off your chair, all the way back down. Good. Keep this up. Pushing your hips onto the chair and then coming all the way up. Powerful movement, really push through the heels, breathing out. 10 seconds to go, keep this up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good stuff. Great work, everyone. Okay, next one to challenge the balance. This is opposite arm to opposite elbow. So, opposite hand to opposite knee. So starting with one hand up in the air, tapping the knee, and then down, and then same on the other side, up, tap, and down. Same thing standing, reaching up. Good. Okay, off we go. So 45 seconds of these once more. Good, just take your time with it to try and challenge the balance, holding that for a second before coming down. Good, picking the knee up as high as you can. See if you can tap towards the outside of the knee as well, to just get that extra rotation as well. Working the stomach muscles. Last 7 seconds, keep going. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good. Okay, onto our agility work now. So back to the fast feet. So if you take the band again for the next one, so one long band and laying it out in front of you. So again, I'll let you know when we get to halfway. This is fast feet over the band, 1 foot at a time. To start with, the right leg coming over to begin with, and then back. So over and back, over and back. And then after 22 seconds, switching it, so left leg. Okay, off we go. So first 22 seconds over the band, seated, the same thing as well. So just stepping your foot over and back. See if you can stay on your toes, keep the arms moving. Good, keep this up. So fast feet. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and now switch. So now the left leg is leading, so left foot coming over the band to start with, and then back, so over and back. Good, almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good stuff, well done. Okay, so you can move the band out of the way for the next one, going back to our lateral steps or our lateral jumps. So on to our last 2 exercises. So this is that big step across, transferring the weight from side to side. Add a little hop in if you want to really challenge the balance, or seated, out, in, off we go. So 45 seconds. Big steps as wide as you can, whichever version you're doing. So seated as wide as you can, standing, really big steps, make them as big as you can. Aim for a target in front of you that you're trying to reach. Shifting the weight side to side. Good. If you need to as well with the jumps, then just place your foot down on the floor in between. Almost there. Last 15 seconds. Keep working. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Relax there. Okay. Last exercise then. This is going back to that balance, and the one for the balance. So this is spelling the alphabet out on one leg. So lifting one foot up off the floor and then spelling the alphabet with the other foot. And same thing seated, one foot up. Off we go. So first 22 seconds on one leg. So just moving your foot around, aiming to keep the rest of the body as still as you can. So it's just the leg moving. Good. Standing tall as well. If you're wobbling a lot standing up, then just keep hold of something. Last 3, 2, 1, and then switch sides. Same on the other leg, standing tall, and then last 22 seconds. Good, keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Good work. So you can relax there. Again, you can grab a drink if you want one. We'll have a 30-second break, and then we'll just finish off with a few stretches for the upper body and lower body. Good stuff. Okay, so if you are ready to go, I'll just give you another 10 seconds. We'll start off with the chest stretch by taking 2 hands behind your head and really opening up the elbows. So same thing, seated or standing. If you're seated, see if you can lean backwards slightly over your chair. So behind your chair. If you're standing, lift your chin up towards the ceiling. So really nice stretch into the chest muscles. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Then bring your hands out to the side, reaching with your fingers. Open the chest. Deep breath in. And then breathing out, bring your hands behind your head again. Open the elbows wide. And then close the elbows together. Feeling the stretch in the upper back. And then finishing off, opening them up again to a neutral position, so elbows pointing out to the side. Good. Relax the arms. Then just going for a wrist stretch, so one hand out, palms facing down, and then just gently pulling your fingers towards you, getting a gentle stretch down the forearm into the wrist. Good. And then switch to the other side, so your other hand comes out, palms facing towards me, fingers facing down, and again gently pulling the fingers towards me. Good. Okay, and then just going for a hamstring and calf stretch, so you can do this seated or standing, pulling your one foot in front of you and then pulling your toes towards you, hands on the leg that's bent, and then just leaning over your chair, really pulling the toes as close to you as you can, feeling a really good stretch down the back of the leg. Keep pulling the toes towards you. Good, keep holding. Good, and then last one on the other side, so same again, foot comes out, pulling the toes towards you, leaning over the leg in front, feeling the stretch down the back of the leg. Good, and if you're doing this standing, the same thing, just leaning over the leg, pulling the toes up. Four, 3, 2, 1. Well done everyone, good work today. So you can relax there and enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully see you all soon.